So it's been a week since the transfer portal opened up, and I'm sure by now everybody has heard about the Joshua Woods situation. Ultimately, he has ended up in the Idaho football program, the Vandals. You can only wish him well, wish him luck. Apparently, he knows coaches there, so it makes sense for him to show what he can do at that level, where he will be a guaranteed starter. What's been fascinating is all the stories that have come from the people around Woods saying that it was never open competition, that EJ Warner was always going to get the job. I heard stories about like David Carr facilitated Warner come in here along with his dad, Kurt, and promised to give the program lots of money if EJ got the job. I don't believe David Carr would do something like that to the program. I think the best way to look at the situation is like this. This is an offense that'll be very similar to what Tedford ran in 17-18, where we run heavy offense and you want a quarterback to make good decisions. And Warner is a much more experienced quarterback at the college level. I think if we are to meet everyone in the middle in terms of what really happened, I think what probably happened was this. I think the coaching staff told Woods that Warner will be the starter for this season because he's a better decision maker. But like last season, Woods would have been given packages. And since this is Warner's last year of eligibility, Woods would have taken over next season. I think that is the most logical, likely scenario. And Woods said, no, I want to be a starter. I want all the snaps, because of course any competitor would. So he left the place that was going to give him all that. And I'm not going to lie, I said in the last video about this, I am surprised by this move, just because of how North Dakota State run their offense with Trey Lance when Lance was there. But what's done is done. Got to move forward and wish Woods all the best. And hopefully, the best, if it's Warner for this upcoming football season, that he does a great job. We also had this past week the Ryan McCarthy hired for the women's basketball team. I'll post his presser in the link below in the description. And he comes from the University of Alaska, Anchorage, or some form of that, UAA. At the D2 level. And he has a very impressive resume when you look at his wins-losses. I believe he has over 300 wins. He has over 300 wins and under 100 losses. So this is a man that can coach. This is definitely a man that can coach. He was there for 13 years. His winning percentage was over 800. So from that aspect, it's a really good hire. He sounds like he knows what he's doing. And the women's program is something that needs a jolt after being in the rut for so long with Jamie White. Now, the question is, transfer portal and NIL is, can he get players to stay who are good? I'm sure he'll have players follow him from the Seagulls or Seawolves, wherever they're called up there. And again, you can see a full game of that team. I might be able to post that in the description, but it is something that basketball fans will enjoy. He calls himself a follower of Jerry Tarkanian's style of play. So, there's a good chance that they have a better year next year if they do what he wants than the men's team. Basketball here does have a good heritage of going to the NCAAs. It's not not a superpower by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not an embarrassment. What's interesting about the hire of McCarthy is that it solidifies what kind of coaches Classy is going to hire when he has the option for him. When he is able to make his own man. Make his own hire. He wants coaches at a lower level who can win, and not necessarily from the Midwest. Matt Entz is from the Midwest, but he went to USC for a year last season. He's won a couple national championships at North Dakota State. And now this new hire, not from the Midwest, went from Alaska, and is a proven winner. So that seems to be what Classy will look for when he can make his own coaching hires. Coaches who prove themselves at the D2 and not an assistant coach at a P4 school. Honestly, I think that is a better choice to hire somebody because these are coaches who are not used to the type of resources that assistants would be at a P4 school. Now, starting in 2026, when you're in the pack, you'll get more money than you're getting now, so you can have more resources, but right now, this is what you need. And I like it. I like getting proven winners. So, yeah, if you're a basketball fan and that's the update you want, I'll link the press down below. Sounds like we got a winner here, but, time will tell.